You sleep outside at 40 degrees Fahrenheit in the Arctic. No tent, no gear, just vibes and deadly cold. Think you'll just get chilly and doze off? Nope. Your body's about to enter full meltdown mode, fast, weird, and anything but peaceful. Number 1, your nose becomes a liability in under 60 seconds. Here's the first betrayal: your nose, that little breathing hole on your face. It's now a heat-leaking meat faucet. Within the first 60 seconds of exposure to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, the moist lining in your nose freezes. The tiny blood vessels in your nostrils constrict so hard they basically vanish. This is called vasoconstriction, your body's panicked attempt to conserve heat by reducing blood flow to your extremities. But your nose doesn't like being abandoned, so it retaliates by leaking mucus, which then freezes on your face. Congratulations, you're now wearing a snot icicle. Also, fun fact, as the mucous membranes freeze, your sense of smell becomes useless. Not that you need it. The only thing around to sniff is fear and regret. Number 2, your body shifts into lizard mode. After about 10 to 15 minutes, your limbs are officially on the nope list. Your brain's inner thermostat, the hypothalamus, starts rerouting blood flow to your core. That's your heart, lungs, and other VIP organs. Everything else? Sorry, budget cuts. This process is called cold-induced vasodilation, and it's your body's desperate strategy to keep your vital parts from turning into organ-flavored popsicles. But the limbs suffer a lot. Your fingers, numb, your toes, brittle, and your thighs, they're not even mad, just disappointed. Here's where the real horror begins. Your muscles stop working. Because when tissue temperature drops below about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius, enzymatic reactions slow down and you lose fine motor skills. So if you were planning on zipping your jacket or texting for help, LOL. Your hands now move like overcooked spaghetti. Number 3, shivering, your last dance before the shutdown. All right, now we enter the maybe I should have just stayed inside phase. Your teeth are chattering, your jaw's doing the Macarena, your body's shaking so hard you could power a small blender. That's not panic, that's involuntary muscle contractions, aka shivering, and it's your body's Hail Mary pass to generate heat through friction. But here's the catch: shivering burns a ridiculous amount of energy. According to research from the U.S. Army Research Institute of Environmental Medicine. Yes, that's a real thing. Intense shivering can crank your metabolism up to 5 times its normal rate, which sounds like a cool weight loss hack, until you realize your body's rapidly depleting glycogen stores and has zero access to a smoothie bar. Eventually, your body gives up. It stops shivering. That's not a good sign. That's your system waving a tiny white flag made of ice and saying, well, I tried. From here on out, things get spooky. Number 4, your heart goes into survival mode and might ghost you. By now, your poor ticker is having a meltdown. Cold blood literally is making your heart rhythm go from steady to, is this a jazz solo? The cold triggers bradycardia, a fancy word for your heart slowing way down. This is because your body tries to conserve oxygen and energy by pumping blood more slowly. Makes sense, right? Use less, save more. But here's the kicker. The cold also makes your heart more irritable. The electrical impulses that keep your heartbeat steady start to misfire like a glitchy metronome. This can cause arrhythmias, a chaotic heartbeat that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest. A study from the Arctic University of Norway found that hypothermia increases the risk of deadly arrhythmias, especially when the core temperature drops below 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius. Basically, your heart might decide to just bail without warning. Number 5. Your immune system goes on strike. Cold doesn't just mess with your limbs and heart, it also throws a wrench into your body's defense squad. Your immune system slows down as your core temperature dips, which makes you vulnerable to infections. Why? Because immune cells like neutrophils and macrophages get sluggish in the cold, reducing their ability to fight pathogens. Research published in the Journal of Leukocyte Biology showed that cold stress can suppress immune responses by lowering cytokine production. Basically, your body's SOS signals get faint. So if you somehow survive the cold night, congratulations, you're more likely to catch a nasty cold pneumonia or some other fun Arctic souvenir. Number 6. Your brain starts dreaming awake. Hypothermic hallucinations. When your body temperature drops dangerously low, your brain doesn't just shut down. It starts cooking up vivid hallucinations like a late-night horror show, but inside your skull. These aren't your garden-variety daydreams. Hypothermic hallucinations are often visual and tactile, including seeing strange lights, feeling bugs crawling on your skin, or hearing voices whispering sweet nothings, or more likely cold threats. Survivors of extreme cold exposure often report these hallucinations as documented in Arctic medical research. It's like your brain throws a psychedelic party right before it calls it quits. So if you're suddenly chatting with invisible polar bears or convinced your snow boots are plotting against you, congrats, you're officially hypothermic. Number 7. Falling asleep is your deadly mistake. In any other context, falling asleep is the goal, right? But at 40 degrees Fahrenheit in the Arctic, it's a one-way ticket to frozen oblivion. As hypothermia progresses, your brain's slowing metabolism makes you sleepy, dangerously sleepy. But this isn't restful sleep. It's the body's last-ditch effort to conserve energy called narcosis or sleep hypothermia. Medical journals describe this as the death sleep. Many hypothermia victims are found dead with peaceful expressions because their brains basically shut off before the cold finished them. So that cozy Arctic nap you imagined, more like an icy grave. Number 8. You could technically be revived if found in time. Now here's your sliver of hope. If your body is found in time and not too frozen, doctors might be able to bring you back from the dead. There's a famous saying in emergency medicine, you're not dead until you're warm and dead, which sounds like a joke but is absolutely real. In fact, the lowest recorded body temperature of a person who survived is 56.7 degrees Fahrenheit, 13.7 degrees Celsius. That was a Swedish woman, Anna Bagenholm, who fell through ice in 1999. She was clinically dead for hours and walked out of the hospital weeks later. No frostbite, no brain damage, just a medical miracle with a really good scarf collection now. So if you ever feel like camping in 40 degrees Fahrenheit Arctic weather, maybe don't. Unless you want your nose to freeze your brain to betray you and your pants to disappear. If your brain survived this video without gaslighting you, like, subscribe, or drop a weird survival fact in the comments. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.